I think we are finally on our way to make that $2.5 million I've got planned here, guys, to buy the old heritage farm on New Hope. We've got a ways to go here. I've got about a little less than 1,000 bales to go sell off to get us started. Let's go take care of that first. Now, I know that this sell-off is not going to quite get us to where I want to be, but it's going to be a start. In fact, I still need to do a couple of switches in order to make it so we can make that $2.5 million bucks. Yeah, let's get rid of all these round bales to start with. Get rid of those guys. They're toast. Perfect. And of course, our last harvest was our first harvest where we got the square bales. So we're going to knock these off next. We'll get rid of all these. And this is a little bit of a heavy load for the Unimog. It seems to handle it all right. So my plan, guys, we're gonna be focusing on square bales going forward. But today we'll just sell them all off and we'll move into whatever I have planned next. Now, don't hit the building. Let's driver and farm sim. Let's try that again. Gonna sell off the rest of these. It's the last load too every time. All right, that looks better. All right, so it's almost $700,000 in the old bank account. That's a great place to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna go spend some money though. I still owe 150,000 bucks, which has cost me $500 a month. But I need to change up my baling because this old International, it's just not doing it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we've got the old case there. It's fine for wrapping, but this International with the baler, the Massey baler, it's just not quite enough power, as we've found out. So I need to do some upgrading. Let's jump on into this case and move it out of the way. The International. Let's move the International out of the way. I still have a job I'm going to need to do with this, though. I think we're going to promote this tractor into something a little bit different going forward. Let me just pull it off to this side over here because we've got to go look at the old sales market. The used sales market. Now, I need to find some tractors that have like 300 horsepower, maybe? There's a couple. I got that John Deere I saw. Yeah, we got the John Deere 8R right here. We could get that. That's actually not bad. There was a Fendt, not enough horsepower. What else do we have? The McCormick? A new McCormick? It seems like a lot of money for what we're going to get out of that. I've got a Ford down here as well. I could do the Ford, but I don't think I want to do an articulating tractor to bale with. You know what? I think there's really only one option, guys. That's the John Deere. We're going to go with the 8R. I think that's going to be, that's going to be what we're going to have to go with. Let's go with the 8R. Good price. So after we switched out the tires, made some modifications, we're up to around $90,000. Not bad for this tractor, though. I will definitely take 90 grand of a hit on getting this thing. You know what? We'll repair this, actually. We'll repair this before we head out. Now, by far, this is going to be my best tractor. Now, I've got, of course, the Unimog, which has been my workhorse. This here is going to be just for baling for the time being. Maybe I could do some tillage work with this as well at some point. But, I mean, as we move forward and get enough money to be able to buy that heritage farm, this tractor hopefully will last and will take us to that point. Let's get this, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Let's go hook this thing up. So, like I said, this is taking the spot of the old International, sorry. The old International, we're going to hook the baler up to this. Got the Massey baler. This is going to be my baling tractor. It's a little bit overkill, but it was a good price, all right? Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little bit big, but it'll do. I'm sure it'll be fine with this baler. That's perfect. All right, so that's going to be the big change there. We've got that. Of course, I still have the Unimog, of course, and we're using the front and lower decks or rear decks. The International, we're switched up, and now we're no longer using the Ford for raking. So we had that old open cab Ford. We're not using that anymore. Of course, the John Deere is going to be hooked up to the Massey. And then last of all, I've got the case that's going to be doing all of our wrapping needs. Wiggity, wiggity. All right, let's get into this field. Let's go. Once again, we're starting in April here. We should be able to get 3 cuts off this field. And I'm thinking I may spend a bit more money this year just to find a way to maximize things a little bit. Let's see how that John Deere's looking. Looks like we're doing pretty good, bro. Yeah, she's pretty good. Perfect. Lots of power there. Cool, cool, cool. So that's actually running a little bit better. I'm sure comparatively, I've got like another 200 horsepower on the International. So I'm sure that thing's going to be flying through the field by comparison. No problems whatsoever. So my plan is to make as many bales. Like I said, we're getting around 300 bales per year or per cut, sorry. And then if I can make like $1 million per year, that should put us 2 years from now, we should be able to buy that heritage farm. So we'll see. We're going to see today how much we can make. I got 3 cuts probably to do this year. But I'm going to spend a little bit of money and maybe throw some fertilizer down on this field. I think that'll be my plan going forward, but we'll get to that in a bit. All right, so I finished off the first parts of this field. We're gonna have to come back here and go through all these telephone poles or these things here. This is kind of the worst part of the field over here for me, to be perfectly honest, guys, as we zip back around. We'll see how we make do down here. I'm gonna try and, let's see, should we just go around? I think my plan, I'm gonna go down through all of them. We'll do cuts around each one of the poles. I'm trying something different. I don't know if this is the right way to do this or not, but the last way we did it wasn't great. I went and did circles around each one of the poles to start with, and that just caused all sorts of panic. So I'm gonna go down around this and just get close, do my best to get close, and then when we come back, we'll go back the other side, and then I don't need to really worry about being close to these once we get down to this side of the field, right? Does that make any sense? I think this will be fine. Just have to make sure I don't get caught up in here. Oh, watch out, Gertie. Oh no, Hillary's stuck. Hillary, don't hit the telephone poles. Those are live wires. I think she's stuck, you guys. Yeah, she's definitely a little bit on the stuck side. Let me fix this for her. That's not good. Let me fix it. Okay, we got everybody sorted out. Everything's back working the way it should now. Now we're just gonna. Yeah, I don't know if that was the smartest move on my part. Now I've got bales in my way. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the best plan of action is going to be for this. I guess we'll have to do that later. Next year, or next cut, I should say, we're going to do it. We'll do it differently. That didn't work out nearly as well as I hoped. I'm just looking at all the bales now. They're all in my way that I'm going to have to play dodge them. Yeah, that's terrible. Whose idea was that? All right, it's okay. It's only like 300 bales now I've got to dodge. Yeah, smart move, Klutch. We got through it all, but we still have the other half of the field now. I've got about another, I don't know, it's like I have another half. There's almost 100 acres here. So, yeah, still some work to do. As I come back on down to the far side, I'm just looking at the amount of bales as we kind of come over the hill. It looks like it's a lot on this back side of the field, but then you realize that there's a whole section to the front of us as well. That there's just so many bales up on this side that you can't even really see. There's a lot of bales out here. I got to collect all these. It's incredible, to be honest. We're getting there slowly, you guys. I'm just coming down to the very end. You can see the end of my field right here. I'm gonna have to come back and do some headlands. At least the end rows, I think, on both sides is what we'll end up doing. I think that's what we'll do, just the end rows. You don't have to do full headlands because we're obviously gonna be right at the edge. But still, we got some extras to pick up still. To be honest, I don't even know if it's really worth it. Doing the end rows, I mean, yeah, sure, there's definitely some grass to be had here for silage, but how much am I actually getting here for a full bale? Maybe 1 or 2 bales, maybe. Yeah, I don't even know. And then we got to deal with stuff that's stuck in yeah, it's just not worth it, I don't think. I'm really second guessing doing that. Oh well. All right, last little bit, and this should do it for this field. Once again, this is all silage work, so it'll take us 2 months for this to turn into silage, and then we can sell it all off for quite the profit. I'm going to hold on to this until next April, most likely, though. April is the best time for us to be selling this off. So we're going to hold on to it for the time being and just kind of stack it over beside, our farmhouse. And yeah, that's the plan going forward, guys. Just a little bit left to get, and we'll be done here. But first cut of the year pretty much done already. I mean, pretty efficient, I think, all in all, once we get some help out here. Yeah, I'm liking it. Perfect. All right, what do you think? Let's get out of here. Let's go pack all this up, and we'll see if we can get kind of prepped for what we have to do in the off season. I got to pick up these bales first. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of bales. We'll pick those up. I don't want to be out in the fog running through these fields again and running into bales. That was terrible. If you missed that one, go check out the last video. That was not fun. Too many bales. Too much fog. So, the Unimog itself, yeah, guys, I'm a little low on fuel. I'm sure I got enough fuel to go and pick up some bales and come back. The Unimog's been running great. I have to admit, I was skeptical when we picked this thing up, but it has been doing actually a fantastic job for pretty much everything we needed to do. I mean, there's like 4 different tasks we've been having to do with this thing. And, well, like I said, it doesn't exceed at any single one of them. It is just super convenient that we can do all of them. And it will still find a way to get all of the things done that we need to get done. Once again, just not the best that we could have done. John Deere is going to change things, I think. The 8R is definitely going to change things going forward. We're going to be able to get a little bit more efficiency in some ways. It's going to make things a little bit faster, that's for sure. Let's drop these right there. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Cool, 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 cool. That looks good. That looks good. All right, let's pack up the rest of these, and we can go get some fuel. Oh boy, hang on tight. Oh no. Oh, we saved it. Okay, last couple bales to grab. Last couple bales. The only thing I've had a problem with the Unimog, guys, is fuel. To be honest with you, we go through a lot of fuel. I think I go through more fuel in this thing than all my other tractors combined. I mean, I use it a bit more, but still, it's kind of ridiculous how much fuel we go through with this thing. So that's one cut right there, just shy of 300 bales. Reasonable. Yeah, that's not bad. But I still think we may be able to do better. I missed a couple. Oh well. You know what? We missed a couple bales. That's just gonna we'll sell those off as grass bales. That's fine. Yeah, there's one more thing. I think, like I said, I want to throw some fertilizer down. I've never fertilized out here on New Hope on these fields. We've never done any kind of fertilizing, so that's something that we should probably. You know what? If we're gonna maximize our fields, I think fertilizing is probably the way to do it. Let's go take care of that. Of course, things don't work out in my favor ever out here on New Hope. The fog has rolled back in, so I'm going to be out doing this in the fog. But I did manage to spend some money, and, well, you guys can see, we picked up a brand new fertilizer spreader. This should help, well, maximize yields. Now, with the the truck, the Unimog, yeah, it should work just fine. I'm not expecting there's going to be any problems, but I think this combo will go pretty darn well together, to be perfectly honest. So we'll give this a shot, and we'll see how we make do out here in the fields. Spread some fertilizer. We'll see if we can maximize our yields going forward for the rest of this year, and see how many more bales we can possibly make. Unimog engaged. Unfortunately, the weather is not going to cooperate, it looks like, for June. I tried to wait a little bit here. Unfortunately, yeah, we'll be probably ready to harvest in a month or so I got to spread the fertilizer now. I was hoping that, you know, at least we could have a nice view while we're doing this. It looks like, well, it looks like this is all I'm going to be able to see during this whole portion. So, you know what? We'll just kind of quickly get through all this and fertilize the rest of this field, and we'll probably move right into harvest. Right once again, we'll be into July, and it'll be harvest, our second cut of the year. I'm hoping that this makes a fairly decent difference. I mean, obviously, I had to spend a couple of $56,000. Yeah, hopefully it helps us out. And just like that, we are already into July. Like I said, just put some fertilizer down to see if we can maximize that field one more time. Trying to find ways we can make that $2.5 million as fast as I possibly can. And it seems like I think we're going to be okay. I think this is going to be good. Yeah, we're definitely, I feel like we're getting more bales, guys. I don't know what we're getting. I didn't see. It just looks like there's a substantial amount of bales out in this field. I mean, look at them all out there. Holy. All right, well, the girls are doing pretty good. Gertie, Matilda, and Hillary are all just following tow right now. I think we've got this kind of set up, guys. I managed to be able to do the ups and downs. We managed to get the circles around the telephone poles done properly now. And now I just kind of quickly go do a headland just to kind of maximize everything I possibly can get. Now, to be honest, I'm not doing crazy headlands. We're not getting absolutely everything, but I don't think I need to. I mean, look at all the bales we're getting off this. All right, well, we're going to get some fuel first anyways. We'll get some fuel, and then I'm going to go pick these up. But fuel, organize everything together, and then we'll pick it on up. The Unimog she's thirsty. Oof. You know what? I was thinking maybe I could get a bigger fuel tank for this. I know there's a 300-gallon tank I can get on that Unimog. Maybe we should do that, but we'll worry about that later on. First things first, let's go pick up the bales once again. Just a few hundred. I think we're just shy of 300, so I think I got probably about another 80, or not 80, sorry. I think I got like 30 more bales off that cut. Not bad. I think that's definitely makes it worthwhile. It won't pay for the fertilizer spreader in one harvest, but maybe 1 year. So that ain't bad. That's pretty cool. So managed to pick all these bales up. Look at how many we've got. You can see I've got 4 more stacks. Actually 5 stacks compared to the 3.5 that we had last time. So it's pretty good. All right, we're already moved into October. It's already into the fall. We're moving quickly here. Like I said, we're just trying to push ahead, get all the grass cut for silage, see what we can make. But moving into October, we're gonna do another cut, our last cut of the year. Let's get on to it. All right, perfect. Everything's set back up once again. I'm not changing a single thing here. I'm trying to make that $2.5 million to take over the Heritage Farm, guys. $2.5 million I need to make, and so far, I think everything should work out okay. I'm gonna change one little thing, to be honest. I'm going to change one more little thing. I hired one extra worker. So we've got workers doing absolutely everything now. So you can see I'm just going to put the drone up. We'll take a quick look around, make sure everything's working out all right. But yeah, I am not going to help out at all in this harvest. I'm going to let them all just let her buck. And we'll see how she works out here. But I think everything should work out just dandy fine, I think. Maybe? Hope so. Yeah, look at this. I'm not even touching. We're actually just went and checked them up on the upper field, the north side of the field. Even doing our telephone poles correctly. I don't even have to, no micromanaging on my part. I can actually stand back and just let them take care of this field. If I wanted to, you know what I do need to get? Maybe if I got some more equipment, right? If I had more equipment, I could actually come back and pick up the bales behind them. That would actually probably, well, make the day go by a little bit quicker. That would be the last piece of efficiency I think we could do with this current setup. I think there's some other things I can possibly do to make this go a little bit smoother, but you know what? This is working out actually fairly good so far, guys. Everything's working. Everything's coming up clutch right now. I love it. Got a few more passes to do, it looks like, and then a couple headlands. We'll be done. I think that's all we got left on this side. I just checked on the far side. Yeah, the wrapper was actually lagging behind a little bit, but everything else is like right on time. So they'll be able to get through this part here, and then we'll be on to headlands right away. Like I said, this is perfect. I could just sit back and do what I need to do, everything else, do some maintenance on any of the equipment we have back at the farm, and not have to deal with the harvest anymore. This is actually going to be kind of sweet. Perfect. Look at the amount of freaking bales we've managed to get here. So there'll be another 300-ish bales off this harvest. Yeah, this is kind of, it's good, but it's a lot of bales. I'm so glad we switched over to the square baler, though. That round baler was using so much net wrap by comparison to the square baler. That alone, guys, is probably saving me, I don't even know how much money, like a couple $1,000, but the swather is finally wrapped up, so we can actually to the Unimog and go do all the bale pickups. Yeah, they finished up with the swath, and there's still looks like one more headland to come by and bale up, but we can kind of quickly catch up here with the Unimog. Since they're all done the swath and everything else has been knocked down, so this I can kind of slowly catch up now. Guys, there's so many freaking bales. I need a better storage place for all these bales, but to be perfectly honest, nothing's breaking yet. Everything, I'm still getting great resolution, great frames. I'm not having any issues even with this amount of bales stacked over here. I thought for sure this would become an issue at some point, but so far I have not found the limitations. I mean, I even threw one more bale up on the top here, more so. And yeah, nothing's causing me issues here. The Unimog's still running just as fine as it has been since I bought it, guys. I don't know. I was expecting this to be more of an issue, to be perfectly blunt and honest here. I mean, I don't know how many bales we've got close to. We will be 1,000 bales here-ish. And yeah, I would expect that this was going to start causing me, well, just some generalized issues. But so far, so good. Yeah, this is incredible. I mean, they look pretty good stacked here. I wish I could actually stack some on top. I'm sure that would probably cause some issues, though, in the grand scheme. Let's be honest. Let's not get over. Let's not try and break things that we don't need to break right now. I mean, we're close enough as is to breaking something. I'm sure of it. But look at this is great, guys. I'm not having any issues whatsoever. I would have thought for sure this would have broken everything in my game. I thought for sure FarmSim would not like this, but so far so good. So 1,000 bales, check. Stacked, looks good. I'm happy. No issues here. We'll see when it's time to sell them off. I think that's the last thing I've got to do with these is just sell these bales off. So that's not going to happen until April. That's when the market prices, as we've probably talked about 1,000 times already. April, we're going to be selling these off. So I'll see you guys in a couple months. Wasn't I just talking about how good these bales were together? Yeah, no problems, you guys. I come back after a couple months and my bales are everywhere. We've got a lot of snow, and this is what happens when you get a lot of snow, apparently. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Look at all my freaking bales. I got 1,000 bales everywhere. You know, it's not the end of the world, but so much for nice and organized, right? Still, though, I was expecting that having these bales all off kilter like this was going to cause me some issues with just general visualizations, but hey, I don't know, it's looking good. It's looking good. I can't complain at all. We'll see when we start loading this all up if this keeps on keeping on, or if I break something. But so far, yeah, no, this is... All right, well, let's go sell these off then. We'll see. $300,000. So we started at 300,000. What are we going to end up with by the end of this? I'm hoping over $1 million. That's what I'm going for. I want over $1 million bucks. We'll see how close we get to that. We've got one more run to do, and I'm at 1.4 mil. So we made over $1 million. We're at 1.2 million-ish. That's 1.2 million bucks from that. So we are right in the wheelhouse. We'll be able to make the 2.5 million next year. It's going to happen. It's happening. It's actually going to happen. We're going to make enough money one more year. I got one more year, and we can afford to buy a heritage farm. So as long as I can find a way to make sure I make that $1 million again, I want to have a little bit more, of course, going through to next year, but I think we're looking good. Cool. So we'll wait till next episode. We'll do that then. We'll see if we can buy that heritage farm. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this series. Of course, the playlist is down the bottom. If you're just first time catching this one, you can go check out episode 1 and see how we got here. But we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching once again. Of course, like I said, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around the channel. And we'll see you guys next time. This is Klutch from New Hope. New Hope, over and out.